Welcome to Q Aquatics and Exotics. My name's Susie, and today I'm going to be talking about this new tank. But what is that? Am I echoing? I can't be echoing. Maybe I am echoing, but that's okay. I'm going to be setting up this 20-gallon aquarium, and I want to talk to you guys about it because I'm pretty excited about it. But first, I want to do an audio check. Lefty, I'm finally first. No. I think Bob Kaler's got you beat this time, at least on my screen. Lefty is coming in a second. Ooh, should I say that out loud? Lucky Smith, good evening, everyone. Pet Sodix, hello, hello. Okay, I am live and I am going to be testing my audio and my video. Hopefully, you guys can help me because I can't do very well on my own.
Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I got a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Nah, hey everybody, it's Susie Q, so come along with me. Said I'm Susie Q.
Woo-hoo-hoo! That was fun. That was fun, man. I just love that song. I love that song. I love my daughter singing it. And I know it's long and repetitive, but I'm coming up with a couple different verses. And look who's in the chat. Fish Room Fever. I haven't seen you in a long time, buddy. Fish Dreams. What's going on? I sound fine. Perfect. Perfect. AV is great. Hello, hello, Dennis. I'm looking here, but I think my camera's here. So I got to look up here after reading. After reading the chat. Hey Q, glad to be here. I'm glad you are here. Hashtag salty. Oh, you must be coming from Skipper Stream because they were getting down and dirty with the saltwater tank. They're getting a little salty. They were. I could watch saltwater tank all night. I have a saltwater 74-gallon bow front. And after watching that stream, I will be setting up a 40-gallon quarantine tank just for saltwater. So it'll be fun because I'll be cultivating the live rock while I'm doing it, and I will have a tank ready to go because I have crashed 2 saltwater tanks due to not quarantining. So I didn't think it was going to be like, for some reason in my head, it was so much different than freshwater. So it was a good stream. If you haven't gotten a chance to go check out the replay, of course, after my stream. Check out the replay on Skipper's Aquariums. It was great. With Gina Reef was on it. In Aquatics, it was awesome. Hey, Bunny Viper. Look at all the hashtags salties. I love it. Red Bearded Dragon. Ooh, I am sitting in my reptile room, Mr. Red Bearded Dragon. Whips World, let's get tanked. Scott's Aquatics. Look at everybody in the house. This is great. Hashtag salty. I appreciate it. This is awesome. And I don't have any salt water down here. I don't. My salt water is upstairs in my main room right next to my 120-gallon. It's only 4 foot wide, but it's 2 foot deep. 120-gallon Severum tank. And some clown loaches, but then I've got my 74-gallon salt. And right in between the two, I'm setting up a 40-gallon. My girlfriend, Sarah Sardi, she's my BFF. She's about to be getting married in October. Anyway, she is giving me her old 40-gallon with the stand. So I'm like, with a stand, I can't put that in my fish room. I got to set it up somewhere fancy foo-foo. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it in my living room. Unless John Bag of Donuts is listening, and then I'm not setting up another tank. No, 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 no. I'm not setting up another tank. I was just kidding. Yikes. Totally forgot that he's right upstairs and he'll be turning on the video at any time. But, oh boy. Mississippi hippie fishies. Good vibes. Good vibes coming your way too. My bearded dragon Wanda says hi. I like that name, Wanda. What are my bearded dragon names? I got Clementine. That's my Silky. Bagel. He's my man. He's about 8 years old. And I'm thinking about breeding him. And Mona is my other one. And I got Tanner, which my granddaughter calls Tangerine, which is funny because the other one's called Clementine. So Tangerine might be better named. And that's another leatherback. So I'm pretty excited. Yeah, and Milo. I got Milo. He's very dark bearded dragon. Even after his bath, after he sheds, he's a dark bearded dragon. He's so dark. New local, awesome, but I like the name Wanda. I have missed you. How is my guru, the bag of donuts? John Bag of Donuts is amazing, but I don't know if you could see, he's also a procrastinator, so I'll show you this real quick. Don't show Terry's Tropicals fish tanks because I have all the base set up for all my electric, but I'm waiting on John to hang it so that there will be no more, what do you call that, where you plug one into another, plug it into another, daisy chain. No more daisy chains for this girl. I'm learning my lesson without getting beaten and bludgeoned about it. I don't need to have a fire start to understand what I was doing was very dangerous. So that's pretty cool. Don't forget to give this lady a thumbs up. Thank you, Bob Kaler. Was good all. What's going on, Lefty? Still thinking about your red-eyed crocodile skink? See, I got my skink up there. See, he's not going to come down. He might come down. I turned a garage heavy-duty rack, 4 foot by 2 foot, one of my favorites. So much better than the 4 foot by 18 inch. 4 foot by 2 foot. Transformed it into a bearded dragon enclosure, so my dragon is in a 120 gallon enclosure. So your bearded dragon has one shelf, or does he have multiple levels? That's interesting. All these enclosures are at least 4 by 2 now, and I understand where you're coming from because after seeing my guys walk around, like they take up every inch all the time, whether they're in their hides, they climb. Mine climb kind of like 8-9 inches high. They don't really climb up like a crested gecko or my Chinese water dragon, but they climb enough to get to the second level, which I built level number 2. So yes, I can get carried away, but I love that heavy duty 4 by 2 by 2 rack, especially for if you're going to hand make your own enclosures. Perfect. Perfect. If you all saw my room was wired and hooked up, you'd cringe. Oh, yeah. So I made the mistake, Lefty, of showing it on a video. And Terry's Tropical Tank is like, oh, whoa, 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 back it up. Back it up. What did we just see up there? And then he so kindly, and I'm going to look for the link and put the link in my chat, made a whole video on how to electrify your fish room without daisy chaining. And it's so much easier than I would have thought. Like, do people know about this? I'm like, and I said, you got to give it to more than just me. So we published it, and I'm so thrilled he did, because I've gone back and watched it dozens of times. Dozens of times. I love that. That's at Terry's Tropical Tank. If y'all saw, yeah, nice red bearded. Woo! I would love to see pictures of that. Oh, yeah, super chat. Whoa, Mark Sterlson, what do we have here? Let me see. I want to see this in color. So I have to come over here. It's a super chat. New tank stocking fund. Awesome. You are awesome. Let me tell you. I am going to be stocking it, and I want to talk to you guys about what to stock it with, too. Oh, look at all these salties. Do I have the right chat? Thank you so much. Hashtag Reptales. If you guys didn't hear, a few of us cold-blooded creatures that are fish keepers, but also have reptiles, started a channel for reptiles. It's going to be, not the channel, but our live stream called Reptales. Friday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. And we'll have tons of guests on. We're going to try to keep the focus on beginning rep keeping, right? Reptile keeping, and focus on Q&As. And it's just, we already had our opening debut, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it already. Lefty says, my dad's been in construction for 50 years. He doesn't know I haven't started a fire. Oh, you got to watch Terry's Tropical Tanks. I think you could do it in your bedroom as well. Watch Terry's Tropical Tank. You can have access. You don't even have to tell your parents. If you can have access to your circuit breaker, I think you can do this too. He has one shell. Oh, one shelf. Good. I got my fish tank on the bottom. Ooh. And all her cricket. Yeah, I got all these cricket keepers and worms and dubia roaches. I got bugs and critters everywhere, man. My dubia roaches are behind this glass right here. Oh, there's Terry. I picked the right time to come in. I'm blushing. Terry, I'm telling you, I can't thank you enough. I love that video. It has saved me, and it saved John from acting like he knew what he was doing and doing it all wrong, because after we watched it for the 4th time, he saw how you set one of the lines up for just timer. And I'm getting 2 20-amp lines, both timers for the reptile room. Very stoked. And we have it all set up on our circuit breaker. Now he's just got to run the armored wire around. I put up 2x6s where we're going to put them. So we got a 4 here, 3 here, 2 here. And this is going to be replaced. Don't judge me, Terry. It's very temporary until John Bag of Donuts gives me a hand. Yeah, I love that I used 2 pieces of plexiglass. Wonder has all that room. Yeah, I'm telling you. There's something about when you, like, and I'm not judging anybody who uses a 40-gallon breeder, because I use 40-gallon breeders. I just, like, hide the glass part so they don't see their own reflection. But when they go into these enclosures, this is 4x4x2. That one's 4x4x2. And then all the other ones are 4x2, 4x2, 4x2. They are like, what? And they walk. So does my blue tongue skink. Walked the whole perimeter, walked up to the next level, walked around. Then they go into a litter box that I got filled with dirt if they want to dig or whatever. Oh my gosh, I could see that. And I have been working really hard at the plexiglass doors. I'd open this one, but my leopard gecko's up there. All these plexiglass doors, well, they're actually glass. Some of them are glass. I've been cut up so bad. I don't care. It's worth it. It's worth it. Yes. Look on my YouTube channel. You'll see her. Oh, I can't wait. I'm gonna tag it for looking up your red bearded dragon, because my Clementine, although she's a silky, she is as orange fiery red as can be. But I think that's a different kind of red bearded dragon than one that actually has scales. But today I want to talk about a new 20-gallon tank. And if you guys follow my channel, if not, I'll get you up to speed real quick. I told John Bag of Donuts if I could get that 180-gallon that I wanted for my Polypterus and my Oscars, that I would give up my smaller tanks. So I took all my 20 gallons, 10 gallons, 5 gallons, 2.5 gallons up to a swap. Been giving them away, selling them. So now I just have the big tanks. Big to me, right? They got the 120, the 180s, a bunch of, I got a 90, a few 75. I still have my wall of 40-gallon breeders, but the smaller tanks. But today, I need to set up this 20-gallon aquarium, but it's not for me. I'm doing it selflessly for my Chinese water dragon. He needs a place. I was going to say she. He's very obviously a he now. He's about this big, including the tail. So without the tail, he's about this big. Big boy Mushu. And when he gets spooked, he wants to dive into the water, which I'm going to have, hopefully, I don't know if I'm going to have planted tanks or plastic tanks. But I also want to have some fish in there. So I've got to narrow it down to some, oh, I'm going to go look. I can't wait. Bob Kaler, the 3rd corn snake. I'm moving them all to 33 longs. Man, why are people with snakes? I'm so jealous. I really want to have a Western hognose. I gotta get the okay from John Bag of Donuts. He's just anti-rodent. even if they're frozen. He doesn't want any part of it. Any part of it. Paul McCartney, yeah, that's your plan. Yep, yep, yep. Just keep the big tanks. I'm telling you, and get the tanks off the ground because I've already gotten the axolotls off the ground up until 33 longs. I still have my goldfish on the ground, but you know what? I kind of like looking down on my black moor. I like looking down on him. I don't look down upon him, but he's a beautiful fish to look down with his beautiful butterfly tail and his big eyes, and when he pops his head through the duckweed or eats his way through the duckweed. But I've been moving things up. I don't want things on the ground, and I don't want smaller ones. But this one is imperative for my Chinese water dragon. Now, some people have tubs for them, but this enclosure is 4 foot by 4 foot by 6 foot, I think. It's a 2-stacked enclosure. It's got a huge cement mixing bucket right there that's filled with dirt, so he can go down there, climb. That's also where I'm going to keep my isopods and springtails. That's where I'll release the springtails. I got plants throughout it. I've got wood to climb on. I got branches to climb on, but he needs this tank. So I do want to give him a little bit of enrichment with some fish. So far, he's shown he hasn't really eaten the fish, which is fine. And I'll show you some other enrichment that I'm planning on. So I'm looking for a cool water fish, not necessarily cold water, because this enclosure is going to be pretty hot. So it probably could be any temperature from cool to 75, 80. I'm assuming that the water will get up to. Anything low down is so difficult to do maintenance on, especially when you get older, or if you're like me, a little bit out of shape. I get down to clean the tank and I'm like, I gotta stand up to breathe. I'm like, I can't do that anymore. Can't do that. Oh, Bob, only by the rodents when you're feeding. They never touch the freezer. Oh, you guys are tempting me. But I gotta clear it with John Baga because we share the house now, so I just gotta do it. Just gotta do it. So I'm looking for a very fast fish. Upstairs, I was trying to breed in Summer Tubbin 3 years ago, I think it was, glowfish danios. Well, I was not successful in breeding them, but they've all survived. And they're in the upstairs. I think the upstairs is a smaller 10-gallon tank because he was much smaller when I set up his enclosure the first time. Now he's getting a little bigger. His enclosure's getting bigger. His aquarium's getting bigger. Long fin danios would be nice. I think the long fins would be nice, but I don't know if the long fins would make them easier to catch. What do you think? I definitely don't want to use, let's see. How am I going to do this? Okay, so in this enclosure, right here, I want to show that. This wall, between this enclosure and this, that's a temporary tank. That's nothing. The wall is actually the 20-gallon aquarium. So whatever creature's in here, and I think it's going to be Tonto, my leopard gecko, my giant leopard gecko, will be able to see the fish tank as well, and the water dragon at times, and we'll see how that works. See if it freaks her out at all. Hey, Tien. I just got some leopards. Ooh, that sounds exciting. Jenny Lynn says, hello, Q and everyone. Just getting home from work. Caught the Reptails replay and loved it. Thank you. Oh, my gosh. I'm telling you, I was so excited. I am out of shape. That's for sure. Yep, that's me. Longfin danios. I can't think of a fish that swims faster than the danios and continually swims fast. What about white cloud mountain minnows? Because I also want something that breeds easily in case she decides to munch on a few. You know. Lefty. Wait, Bob is here? I can't see his message. Is YouTube doing weird things? YouTube's always doing weird things. YouTube is always doing weird things. Yes. If you don't watch a video quick enough, a lot of times you get unsubscribed. I know I had notifications turned on for everybody that I'm subscribed to because I don't mind going through the notifications. And so many of those have popped off to no notifications. I'm like, and that's not how I set when I set up a friend and when I set up to YouTube. I want to see, at least see. It doesn't mean I'm going to always watch, but I want to at least see when they post something. Oh, Shiners. I think they're Shiners. That's a good choice. Robert, if you marry Patty, wait, what? What? What am I missing? Patty, are you in here? I'm not going to ask Robert. I'm going to ask Patty. You two can go on that new matrimonial stream. Mike's Aquatics and Thing. What's going on? Notifications are a joke now. It's ridiculous. Some of the barbs are quick. I'd like to know which ones. I have the red and black panda barbs. I have, what do you call those, pork chop barbs, or are they rasboras? I don't have too many of them. Who can't see my mug? Oh, my messages. Yes, I'm not allowed to have a snake. Yeah, I'm right there with you. My John Bag of Donuts says, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So what I was planning on doing in here, let's see if we can get a better view of this. I don't know if we can. Oh, that's not cool. Let's see. Hang on, we're going for a walk. So as you can see, maybe you can, maybe you can't. Maybe I lied. Huh? Maybe I lied. So in here, I have this internal filter and I have a sponge filter that runs up and comes out this little hole right there. Comes out this little hole so that I'll have my air sponge, my air filter in here and this filter. And I was planning on doing plants, but I can absolutely do plastic plants. But the reason I didn't want to do plastic plants is because the plants absolutely help the water stay clean and everything, as you guys know. Whip it good. Look at a whippersnapper. Hey, Furlough. I have shiners ordered with ABC, and that would work, Patty. Would make Robert an intimidating male for sure. Intimidating male? Mate. Male. I got to stay out of that one because I don't know what is going on. Yeah, still hoping you can do the Clash, Jenny Lynn. But at least we can hang out on the Triple Crown. Oh, you guys are going to make me jealous. I can't go to the Triple Crown. I did want to rent an RV. This is before the gas prices went out of this world. Take a ride down there and then stay at a nearby campground. I have no problem with that. But alas, that's not happening. But I'm going to not be bitter. Because I want everybody who's going to the Triple Crown to enjoy themselves as much as I'm going to enjoy myself at the Keystone Clash. And that is coming up in, September? Oh my gosh. September. My girlfriend's getting married in October. Oh, there's so much going on. Oh, I hear Papa John walking around. That's what my granddaughter calls John Bag of Donuts. Papa John. Papa John. So, yeah, what do you think of this? I'm thinking shiners. Who's got the best shiners? You said ABC's got some shiners? Do they breed easily? I've never bred a shiner. I need to look up. I don't even know what shiners are, except for that they're native. That's what I know of shiners. Is it like a rainbow fish or more like a live bearer? I'll wait for the chat. You said Mac. Mac! You said Mac. I can drive you there, Q, if you find a place to sleep. Well, I can sleep in your car. How's that? I can pull a lefty and sleep in my car. Right? Now, I did that overnight on my way out to Chicago. It was over 600, I'm going to say 670 miles. because my GPS said 666 miles, and I had to ignore that part. It was about 670 miles, and I stopped to sleep, and I got kind of scared because I slept in my car, and I rented a car. I forget what kind of car I had. Harlequin Reservoirs. Thank you. That's the one I couldn't remember. ABCS Shiners. I'll have to look at that. And I remember putting a blanket over. I put some clothes in the windows and rolled them up. But I was a little nervous. I was at a rest stop. So yeah, I don't think I'd do that. It would have to be at least a camper van. Then I would have no problem even parking in the hotel lot with my camper van. I don't care. I have enough friends going that I'd be able to take a shower in any one of their rooms. Rainbow Shiners are a very colorful native minnow. Oh. So that I'm going to assume they're egg scatterers. So maybe I would put in some floating plants, maybe some red root floaters. Now here's one of the hardest things about this, because I'm also going to use this tank as the base of the misting system. So I'll continually be putting fresh water in here, but that'll be misting. And the misting has to go away from any heat lights. So I have to make sure that there's no lighting getting misted on. Rainbow Shiners are not cheap. Oh. Well, now we're getting, that sucks. I can't see Lefty's comments. See? There's something weird going on. I didn't know that they were expensive too. Well, that's going to put a damper on things. Shiners are minnows, not live bears. Thank you, Furlow. Chili Head Aquatics. What's going on, Larry? Red roses will work well. Red roses. Oh, rosies. Okay, yeah. I still have a couple from when I had my outside pond last year. I used to stick twin mattresses in the back of my... Oh, my God. Lefty, I don't even want to hear about this. To hang curtains so people couldn't see in and sleep in that during conventions. What? I think maybe if it was the fall or early spring, but the summer? Holy hotness, Batman. Holy hotness. Just checked. He's not blocked, of course. Yeah, you might want to check my channel. You know how Lefty is, right? Blocked! I'm just kidding. Just kidding, dude. I love Lefty. Yeah, so Shiner's a possibility. I do have a lot of mountain minnows. White cloud mountain minnows. Can they be in the same aquarium as Shiners? That way, if I can only get a couple Shiners, I can still have, I can put a net into like 4 of my tanks and pull out 10 to 20 white cloud mountain minnows. My filament barbs are grease lightning. Oh, filament barbs. Dang it, Lefty. Did you block Bob? That's funny. YouTube be tripping. I know, right? It is. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? Garcia Aquatics, how are you? Oh, it's in the middle of winter. It was like 15 degrees. Security used to come and knock on the windows to make sure I wasn't dead. Oh my God, I don't want that. Who's saying hi to Mark? Who's Mark? What, did I miss a Mark coming in? Do I not see a Mark? Or do I not know that's somebody's first name? It's very possible. Don't judge me, Bob. Oh, yeah. Who is Degenerate in the chat? Or Fisherman? Because I got a bone to pick. I won't be picking a bone, but I got a bone to pick. Don't I sound real scary? I got a bone to pick with you. So yeah, I'm thinking white cloud mountain minnows, Danios, Shiners, barbs. I never thought about barbs. How about, I do have some tetras. Are tetras too slow? Not the Congo tetras. I love those. But I have red and blue Colombian tetras. I can't seem to find any aquarium to make them work well. That might work. Bob Kaler's and panel next in about 30 minutes with a special guest, Eric Furlow. Woo! And Eddie. Look at that. They aren't, but I can page them. Yeah, you page them. Tell them I got a bone to pick, but I'm not going to tell them why. How's that? Geez, I just ran 55 gallons of clean water in my kitchen. Oh. Oh, I don't think you're supposed to put 55 gallons of water on your kitchen floor. From past experience, pretty sure you're supposed to keep that either in a tub or a tank, Bob. It's so funny because right now I was filling up my 40-gallon. The only one I have on the bottom that I was saying, my Blackmore, I put the sump pump in there because I can't, the Python doesn't even pump it out. And it was getting green. Although my fish love it, I don't want to see the green water. So I was pumping that out and then filling it when I came in here to check. And I was singing my song, I'm filling up a tank, I'm filling up a tank. So I went out to right before I turned the cameras on and shut off my water because right now you hear me curse and doing the same thing, Bob. The water goes in the tank. Yeah, right? I think Bob missed that memo. Bait minnows from the tackle shop. Oh, I thought those were the rosy reds, right? You can get a lot of them, right? Are they the same as like feeder goldfish that they have lots of parasites and stuff? Is it something that I need to put in a 40-gallon breeder and treat before I put them in with my Chinese water dragon? Hey, Craig. Rosies. I knew what you meant, Red. Dementia sucks, huh, Bob? Oh, no. I'll let the wooden floors hydrate. Yeah, that's no bueno. No bueno. Believe me, I have never felt more relieved to have, I'd say 95% of my tanks down in my basement. Because I have heard that sound so often that now it's a quick shop vac and there's no worries. No worries, I'm on cement. Except for that now my cement has some peel and stick linoleum that I peeled and stick, so don't care what happens. There's Fishymon. Yeah, you be Fishymon. We got words going on. We got words. Extension on the Python blew off. Yeah, I have an extension on my Python, and not only does it slow the suction, it sucks at sucking now. Absolutely sucks at sucking. I found that the middle part I had to kind of keep in a 5-gallon bucket as well. I'm doing a video on some quick tips and tricks, especially when it comes to that Python, because the first couple of years this Python changed my life in the fish keeping world. No doubt about it. Stopped carrying buckets back and forth, hooked it up. I have all my sinks hooked up so that I don't have to put on that adapter. They're all ready to roll. And it worked amazing. And then the more tanks I got and the farther it had to reach, I put on extensions or I had to replace this one part with another part. And then I had to replace my plumbing because of all the gunk that settled in there over the years and turned into like a cement. So I've come up with some tips and tricks to keep the Python working well, but it still hasn't worked for the extension on my Python from the bottom tanks. What did I do? Oh, Fishymon. You and me, man. We got words going on. Yep, lots of detritus from a planted tank. Ooh, on your floor? I'm just kidding, kind of, Fishymon, kind of. No, not kidding. Not kidding. I was so excited. So excited. I can't read text. I was reading your text, Lefty. I can't read text. I know it wasn't. It was for another chat. Your extensions are probably sucking air. Yeah, they suck all right. They're sucking air. There's a leak somewhere, or it's just too long, or my water pressure just doesn't go on high enough to start a suction. All they're good for is putting water into the tank. So now I have two different pumps that I'm using. The one pump I can't get attached to a hose, so it's on a flex hose, and it's not very long, so it doesn't go very far. I'm like, well, this is useless. The other one, I put one of those really heavy-duty black hoses on that goes like 40 feet. So now I can stick that, and the suction comes from the bottom, which is perfect because it'll take it right down to nothing. It'll take it right down to nothing. And I got to be careful of that. So I usually put it in a colander and have it sitting up on something so that I don't leave the fish with nothing in case I forget. And I've been known to forget. But that's how I got my 75-gallon cleared up. It was just by accident. I had been trying for months to get it cleared up from the green water, and it ended up because I went up and ate dinner and forgot about it and did a 90% water change, and my fish were all lying down like to stay wet. And I filled it up with some safe, and it has been crystal clear ever since. I'm like, what? Now, granted, this is a heavily planted tank, and I thought the plants would take care of the green water, and I was wrong. But once that and I never would have done a 90% water change. I never would have thought to do that because, first of all, it's heavily planted. It's deep dirt, deep bed with sand on top. Oh, sorry, the group text, you can't read it. Well, no, I'm going to have to read it at my leisure, not now. It had been salty water. Oh. No, I have a problem if it's salty water. Your extension's sucking air. Yeah, it suck, all right. Columbia Pie. Columbia Pie. Uh-oh, Lefty sending nudes. Nope, no nudes. But you know how quick I checked, right? Yeah, they're cold water fish, and I would treat them. What? Oh, the Colombian blue and reds. They get aggressive, but they'd be in there by themselves. Do you think they'd be aggressive with a Chinese water dragon? That can just like, it's got Freddy Krueger hands, man. He could just go. Oh, man. Are you leaving?
No.
Oh, this is my granddaughter. She's getting picked up any moment now. Hi, Carrie. Say hi to Carrie.
I can't see anyone.
No, it's just chat. You have to learn to read.
Hi.
You have to learn to read to stay up with the chat. Okay?
Hi.
That's Zoe. Your mom doesn't want you online, so you better get off. She's going to have my head when she finds out I put her on YouTube.
Is it?
This is YouTube, so you can't be on it. She's not even allowed to watch YouTube. And then here I am on live stream. I made a couple videos early on, side story, and I put my daughter's picture. I've got 4 daughters. They're all gorgeous. They're drop dead gorgeous, right? I'm like pimped her out a little bit, you know, as my thumbnail. It's got the best hits on any of my videos. So now I'm asking my daughters, will you do a thumbnail for me? And they're like, they realize I'm pimping them out. And they're like, no. But it was nice while it lasted. I often do wrong stuff, but I would love to know what I did. Oh, I'll tell you. I gotta torture you first. But I'll tell you. Did you go to Adams Safari's Pet Center? Did you? Did you go on a different day than you were gonna go? Because I was coming up to meet you. You and Degenerate. But no. I'm kidding. I'm not mad. But I did want to hang out with you guys in Alishan for the day. My Python water changer is 100-foot hose and it works just fine. Well then, Terry, then mine definitely has gaps in it somewhere. I replaced the O-rings. I've done everything I could possibly think of to do. And was it when I was sucking? No, because I'm checking. You know how you check a tire if there's a hole in it? You kind of put water on it. So I drained the Python, then push it through so air is going through, and put that underwater to see if anything was coming out at the joints. I didn't see anything coming out at the joints, but that doesn't mean that extension has some kind of hole or something in it, like in the long tube part. That I didn't check. But mine is horrible, and it could be my water pressure is just so low. With hot and cold full blast does not keep a suction going. Doesn't keep a suction going. The connector blew apart, Terry. Oh, you're laughing at me. Don't be laughing at me. Look at bragging Terry over here. Terry got a 100-footer, huh? She likes seeing Yazzie. Yes, she does. I'm so sorry, Q. I was planning on having fun with you, Degenerate Alishan, at Adams Safari, because I've only been there once on my motorcycle. And I wasn't allowed to buy anything because my bags were filled with overnight clothes. And I'm like, this is going to be great. And then you went the day before. Oh, just like that. It's all Jason's fault. All right. Well, he's not in my chat, so I can't eyeball him like I'm eyeballing you. 503 Aquatics. Welcome, welcome. Hi everybody in the house. From the house of Danikins. You're at Danikins? Let me read that again. Hi everybody from the house of at Danikins. Okay, cool. Shanna. Everybody's saying that. You drained the python? Did this conversation go south? What'd I miss? You better keep getting tanked there, Whip. You better keep getting tanked. Because no. But yes, I drained the python. And then pushed air through it. That's the best terminology I can use. To check to see if any of the things had little air holes in it. Mine's 25 feet. Mine started off as 25. You eyeballing me? I'll buy you, Funk. It's a Funkalicious in the house. What's going on, Mr. Aqua Funk? Da-na-na-na-na-na. They say it's your birthday. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Well, more about that too, yeah. Yeah, I'll be eyeballing people. Look out. I think they'll do well with the Chinese water dragon because they're fast. That would be great if the red and blue Colombian tetras did well in this 20-gallon. Now, is a 20-gallon enough place for them to swim? It's not a long. It's a 20-gallon regular, 20-gallon high. Sup TN. It'd be interesting because what I've noticed, and I got to make sure I say this right because I don't judge other people because I'm a firm believer. You do you. You let me be me. And together we'll live harmoniously. Okay. But now that I've moved to larger tanks, I can't imagine putting any of my tetras in anything less than a 75. I just can't imagine it because I see them go from one end of the tank to the other like it was nothing. And it's not all fish, but the tetras, they just like zoom, zoom. So, but I got some in my 40-gallon breeder, and now I feel bad. So I feel like the bigger the tanks I get, the more I want bigger tanks and not the smaller ones. If you look at the top of the part that connects to the sink, yeah, you'll see a female hex head. Make sure that's hand tight. Well, the first couple times I used it, it wasn't. I kind of put just a towel over it so it stopped spitting, which tells me it was not tight. But I did fix it after that, and I'm still not getting any pressure. It's so much so that it's infuriating because I went from, oh my gosh, I use this Python all the time. Life is great. It's made my water changes easier. I could blah, 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 to like, oh my God, I can't take this anymore. What am I going to do? Because when I got to pull out the pump, now it seems like a chore. Only because when I'm done, I got to put the pump away. The Python, I have a huge garden hose reel right on the side of my, inside of my basement. I just reel it up. Hey, Matt Thibodeau's in the house. Hey, everyone. Paul McCarthy saying, sup, sup, sup. John Larson, schooling fish always do better in bigger tanks. Right. So I don't want to say that this isn't about the fish in this tank because anytime I keep fish in a tank, it's always about the fish. So I got to find a fish that's good in a 20-gallon high for my Chinese water dragon to play with. And I use the word play jokingly because he's going to be in and out of it. But I can't have the bio load too much. I was real excited about using those red and blue tetras though. I have to think about this. So what I'm going to do, and because she goes in it and up, can't be a dirta tank. I definitely don't want it bare bottom. Maybe I'll put some river rock. I live between the canal and the river. I can go dig up a small hole and put the dirt through a screen on my wheelbarrow and shake it out and have enough river rock for the whole tank. So I might put river rock on the bottom just to hide some of the detritus because I guarantee you I'm not going to be putting my Python in here to do gravel vacs because I guarantee this is the farthest away from the sink that there is. If anything, I would probably be putting in a pump to pump it out. Now, it'd be nice if I could instantly have a stable tank, right? Poof, stable tank. Is somebody downstairs?
I'm going upstairs.
Okay.
No, no one's downstairs.
All right, love you, babe. So you want to come on this time? Maybe zebras or Danios. I love the zebras. The neon. Now I have 16, 20 neons in my upstairs 20-gallon, or is it a 16-gallon big fish bowl? Because I thought I could get them to, but they don't do that. But they're beautiful. And from across the room, you can see the neon. They are beautiful. Neon tetras might be nice. But they're not much space. Although it's bigger than the 16-gallon, so who am I kidding? Cardinals, I don't have much luck with cardinals. I don't know why. Q Aquatics, do a community poll and let your members help you pick. I love that, Lefty. Q, do you drain into the sink? I use a drain and sink until the sand. All right. Here's what happened after they had to replace 8 inches of my pipe because there was cement blockage from the sand. I now use a sock, a saltwater sock. I use the sock and all the water goes through there. So I have it set up in a little thing that holds it tight, upright, and everything goes through the sock. Because the sand buildup over time, along with a little bit of dirt, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, turned into cement over the years, and they couldn't blow it out. It was like solid cement. They had to cut out my plumbing and redo, and that was such a mess. Such a mess. So I destroyed my plumbing as well. So now I put everything through the sock. Now I've seen that they sell individual sock holders that you can clip right to the side of your sink. And then I just let it go right through there. Who did I ask? Fishman. That works with all the acrylic. If he could invent something for my sock, invent something for the python, but he couldn't come up with anything. So I was thinking, cut the bottom out of like one of those big Folger cans, but they're really plastic. And then put the sock in there so it's sturdy, and then let the water go through. Because even when it hits the sock and comes out the top, the sand very rarely ever comes out of the sock. When I'm done, I've got so much gunk in that sock after draining the tanks that I can't believe how much sand was going down my drain and I didn't know it. Cannot believe it. But he says now he drains directly into a sump well. I also use the sock for my sump well as well, only because with my luck, I will clog up the sump pump and then have to replace a $150 sump pump. So even the stuff that goes directly into my sump, I put through the sock, only because it's easy. It's just easy and it works. And I got the short socks. They're not the tall socks. You get all different kinds of socks. And yeah, I had that also. I was going to do a video. I keep saying I'm going to do a video on that. I'm going to do a video on that. Smaller fish will make the dragon look bigger, I heard from a friend. There we go. Let's see then. We got the White Cloud Mountain Minnows. I got my, is it Tinwinnie or Tinwinnie Danios, the gold wing Danios. I love them. They're beautiful. They look like leopard Danios. They're fast. They stay kind of small. Got my giant Danios, which I love, but this is a 20-gallon. I have my giant Danios in my 180 and in my 120. Those giant Danios look almost as breathtaking as rainbow fish. I just absolutely love the giant Danios. Get a balloon and blow it up. Tie it off on the end. See, now that would have let the air blowing through my lines a lot longer than mine was. Every time as I just started the water, and I had to run and look before the air turned into water to see, but a big balloon would work. Or have John on the other end. He's got an air compressor for HVAC stuff. I drain all my tanks directly to trees. Oh, I like it. Tube socks. Kind of like the tube socks, yes. Saltwater socks. It's a filter used in salt water. They do kind of look like tube socks with a hard plastic top. I forgot it's a 20. Yeah, that won't do for filament barbs. Okay. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting, but I am excited. I am concerned, though, about how am I going to keep it clean? Because it's going to be in such an awkward place. Am I setting myself up in this tank up for failure? There's a good chance I'm setting it up for failure. Yeah. But now that I have the tub in my fish room, and I still have, it's a 100-gallon tub. I think it's a 75-gallon tub. One of those Rubbermaid tubs. I have been, and the only thing in there is White Cloud Mountain minnows, because all the turtles were outside. I've been draining everything into that. So if I'm draining the 75, all the smaller tanks right into that. The 180 goes right into the sump well through the sock. But then from the pond, I can drain that out. And I am noticing on the bottom of that inside tub, it's getting quite a bit of substrate on the bottom. It's almost like I added substrate. There's so much garbage. Hey, Skipper's Aquarium. Thanks for sending people over with the hashtag salty. That was awesome. Bob Kale. Oh, the panel is almost ready. Oh my gosh, what time is it? What time is it? How does this fly by so fast? So fast. Wow. We have 8 minutes left. I do want to remind people, gambusias. Oh, the mosquito fish. They are hardy fish. I overwinter mine outside. Is somebody down here?
I'm leaving.
All right, baby. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, Pumpkin. I love you.
Bye-bye.
Watch your back. You just wanted to get back on YouTube, didn't you?
Yeah.
I love you. Her mom is going to kill me. Where was I? Gambusia. That's right. The mosquito fish. That's not a bad idea. I got some out in my pond that they overwinter. I wonder if it'd be too warm in here. Crip says, hey, Susie and everyone. Sorry I'm late. Better Nate than Lever. What's going on, Crip? Tons around here. I could just grab some from the pond, and they'd be used to the dirty, mucky water. Now, I want to make sure I set myself up to be able to keep this tank clean. I think River Rock is the best bet for the bottom. No substrate. The plants I put in there, I might put some like Java fern, Java moss, a lot of plastic plants that can upside down. Like, so you have the base outside of the tank and the plants go in so that you can climb out real easy. I'm also probably going to put a limb of some kind of branch in the tank coming out. So that'll be exciting. Now I've set up a lot of tanks on my channel. So this time I'll probably do it for members only, and I will get their input and do like a poll for my members of what fish should I put in there. I think that'll be exciting. Oh, I think that'll be so exciting. Look at Crip saying hi to everybody. Awesome. We are getting ready to head over Bob Kaler's Aquatics and Exotics. We got some amazing guests. Is Furlough still in the house? I'm sure. If not, he's over there getting ready. I got to get a cup of coffee before I get over there. Don't forget, Friday night, we're going to throw the link out on Facebook probably all the time because we're going to be rotating it on different channels. There's got Pam, Bob, myself, Mike's Aquatics. Like, we're going to be rotating it, but it's always going to be, the link's going to be put out on Facebook. We're going to have tons of guests. This week coming up is going to be Bob Steenfott. I cannot wait to talk to Bob about the reptiles because I know he's been keeping reptiles before fish, after fish, and still. So that's going to be fun. And that's on Friday night, 7:30 Eastern. I go live Tuesday morning. I try to do it every Tuesday morning. Coffee with Q. I got no coffee, but I got Q. Like that. Then I've got my member stream. I think I might start doing member videos too as well. Because the member streams, I don't know if they're being publicized. I don't know if they're going out there right. I don't know if I'm setting them up right. But I'm not giving up on it. And so don't give up on me. No, to see if it's leaking. Okay. That's what I'll do. To see if it's leaking, I'll run some air through it. Love that 6-stage. Or who's got a 6-stage RODI? RODI, I think, recommended to me. Anyhow, I do have 5-stage, but the 6-stage, I think, is the one where it runs the water back into it. Like that. Huh. Very interesting. But I don't know if that's a 6-stage one or the one that I saw that you can run the wastewater back in through the RODI system so that you're not wasting the water. But we have it automatically set up now coming out of our kitchen tap after it's remineralized. Did I say that right? And into our freezer for our ice cubes. Because I live in a place where I don't trust the water. Even though everybody says, oh, it's good, it's healthy, it's safe. We've seen what happens to my fish on certain days. Oh, look, and my camera went out. Just in time for Bob Kaler's Aquatics and Exotics stream. I will see you over there. Thank you for my super chat. I can't forget that. Thank you very much for the super chat. And thank you for my mods for posting all those links. Don't forget Terry's Tropical Tanks on his electricity. What else did I cover? I'm excited. I'm excited. So I'm going to go over to Bob's and hopefully I will see you there. Thank you, everybody. But first, I want to start off by end it with my daughter singing my song.
Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I got a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Nah nah, hey everybody, it's Susie Q, so come along with me. Said I'm Susie Q.